Hi, Natalie. I'm just going to give you some more feedback on this. I noticed your comments here about watching the video and putting this in here. And I do see these links now, and that helps. Um, so yeah, that's quite useful. Although it's interesting. Yeah, these references aren't in APA format. Easy way to do that is just copy and paste them into ChatGPT and say, please put this in APA 7 format. But anyway, I digress. You've got the benefits and challenges list that from that list. What I would like you to do, you spent 3.5 hours here. This does not reflect what you did. Okay. It can. It looks like 3.5 hours. That's a lot of time. I'd like to know three different mind maps. What you thought of that, especially when you get down here. Your critical thinking is just one line. You're in a master's program. There probably should be 5 or 6 lines. Challenges, not necessarily. Suggestions. Um, and yeah, it's a good suggestion. So the critical thinking needs to be kind of improved and and more detail in the learning. Um, I'd like to know what you spent the time on because it's obviously so. Those are the things where yes, it does do. You use that Gen AI tool. I don't see how you're using it or answering it, and sometimes it condenses it too much, which is why if you put a link to the actual chat, as in you have to copy the chat into a Google Doc and make a link to it, then I can see what you're doing. Or you can edit, because I do say this is a draft, and then you edit to make sure that it reflects the hard work that you've done. Okay. No name yet. Okay, so that kind of concerns me a little bit. Um, User generated corp L&D space, learning and development space. Okay, I'm not sure. I say I have no. You get. I don't. It doesn't have to be the perfect name, but I need to know something about it. Focusing on generating ideas for 2 potential projects. A learning artifact for corporate learners, incorporating. There's a lot of corp sounds there. Incorporating AI into the best practices for creating videos and job ads. Okay, so I would suggest using the actual prompts that I gave you if you're having trouble developing the project, because it looks like, yeah, you might be, but you're kind of mulling things over. You spend 1 2 hours. Your reflections are a bit um, light again, right? It's almost like you're kind of reflections are really important in this class. Let's put it that way. So I'd like to see them a little meatier. In-class contributions, all solid. You made a good resource contribution. That's great. Here you've got use the link here. Please don't put in this. Use labeled links. Um, it's just it bothers me. No, it gets messy when you're just dumping in links and then you don't necessarily know what they are if they get separated from the actual label above. Um, so you've got these challenges. Yeah, so that was what we asked you to do. Just seeing if this is APA format. It doesn't look like, looks like you're deviating a bit from the APA format. Well, mostly it's okay actually. Uh, Easy way to check that out. Weak generative personal activity. Oh, that was the Gen AI activity with this these benefits and these challenges here. Okay, I'm not sure. See, again, I'm not sure what you're doing there. So that's where the labels have to, they're helpful for me to understand where you're going. You spent time here. These reflections, again, are a bit light. Critical thinking, that's it. I need more. um, and uh, and then your personal project modular for, okay, so we have a label here for practical ways of implementing it for learning professionals. Might be a bit general, but we'll see. Here's the project. Okay, article summaries. Okay, I don't see the framework. It's a little hard for me to understand what's happening there. You got 5 6 hours. okay, you're researching articles in a module. So I'm not sure what the description, the project, develop a multimodal learning module for learning and development professionals to in corporate workplace, learning how to implement AI. So that's pretty general. That's pretty big. You may want to narrow that focus. So you want it to be research based, which is fine. Limited content, I would say. So you spent some time on it, um, a lot of time. That's 5 to 6 hours reading articles. So, um, you, um, well, you'll make progress. I mean, you're learning from this, so it's fine. And then you've made, yeah, the contributions are solid to good resources. So overall, you're making good progress. I'd like deeper reflections there. Maybe if these are small things, and then I'd like to get a better idea, a better plan for your project because I'm not sure where it's going. If you're sure where it's going, that's fine. But you can kind of go down a lot of rabbit holes, so you want to be a little bit careful there. So this is pretty good quality work. Thank you.